Could it be that we were heading towards a real estate correction in 2023? In today's video, we're going to discuss exactly what is happening in Canadian and Montreal real estate market nowadays and where it is headed. But first, let's roll the intro. Hi everyone, Josh here, and before we start, I just want to remind you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the post notifications so that I can continue to make more content like this in the future. No one would be surprised to learn that home ownership in the real estate market is becoming increasingly more expensive in Montreal and its surrounding areas. But a report just released by the Communauté Métropolitaine de Montréal, CMM, confirms that house prices have risen twice as fast as wages. Property prices have particularly skyrocketed in the past 2 years, although we have seen an upward trajectory over the past 15 years. Between 2011 and 2021, it was noted that prices increased by 90%, and shockingly, between 2019 and 2021 alone, there was a 47% increase in prices for single-family homes and 32% for condominiums. Meanwhile, household incomes only have increased by 40%. There are several main reasons for the drastic surge since 2019. Of course, like we all know, the pandemic didn't help, but that is not the only factor. Home buyers during these years experienced lower than ever mortgage interest rates. We also saw a large rebound in post-confinement employment, and people were able to save a lot more money within their households since they couldn't really spend it anywhere during the lockdowns and the times of uncertainty. A major problem that has been a huge factor as well is that supply has just not kept up with demand, which is a big reason why prices have jumped so much. According to the APCIQ, which is a real estate association in Quebec, between 24,000 and 32,000 additional units would have been needed to meet the demand. Once being Montreal's strong point, affordability is becoming increasingly more difficult for potential buyers to even get access to the market. If we take, for example, 2015, a median income household would have spent 56.2% of its gross income on mortgage payments for an average property. However, that was no longer the case in 2021. As of 2021, the number jumped to 83.3% according to the report. For condos, it went from 39.4% in 2015 to 50.5% in 2021. Behind these numbers is a worrying thought. For many tenant households purchasing a property, it is no longer an affordable option, says the report. In the report, it indicates that even for a household with an income of $100,000, which would be considered as part of 20% most well-off renting households, they would still only be able to consider only 30% of available homes on the Montreal island. In the report, a major talking point is the lack of supply. One of the main reasons indicated that I have already mentioned in another video which I made on this channel, which I'll link above, is the postponement of the typical downsizing of baby boomers that are homeowners. The move among baby boomers from a house to a smaller condo or a retirement home has drastically slowed down since the pandemic. Another major factor is the lack of and type of housing being built. The number of housing units built reached a record of 30,000 in 2021. But 87% of new housing is high density, many of them being rental apartments charging high rent. Rising interest rates, huge jumps in construction costs, supply issues, and lack of labor have also not helped new construction either. As a result, the price of new properties has risen sharply, affecting buyers as well. If you were to ask me where the market is headed in Montreal based on all this information, we are still in the midst of a strong seller's market, and because we are still experiencing the effects of the pandemic, such as a lack of inventory, slower new housing builds, and baby boomers deciding not to downsize, I don't foresee home prices dropping anytime soon. The best we could hope for is a stabilization of the market due to rising interest rates. However, that likely won't happen until at least midway through next year. By then, prices will have increased quite a bit from the current prices, making them even more unaffordable for many buyers. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. If you've made it this far, I want you to let me know below in the comments if you think the market will begin to slow down in 2023. Drop a comment below and let me know. That does it for this week's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications for more content like this, and I'll catch you next time.